This video is to cover how I created a travel expense sub-account view using the flex table and the flex view. First, let me open this the end product, and then I'll show you how to create this one. So I'm open this expense travel input view. So this is a view from one of our existing customer. I converted into a control flex view. So in this view, there are a few sections. Okay, so this one is a flex table. So user can input the detail for their travel expense. There are a validation drop-down list, so they can put the months and the destination, the number of days, and some comments here. And there's a little table on the side, Excel table on the side. There's a Excel formula here, which based on the destination, the passenger, the number of days, and calculate your plane ticket, lodging, meals, and car rentals. So user will be input this as detail, and then this data will file back to the database. And then this one is there's a data source field behind this, and this is from that table. This is from that sub-account table. This is actually purely Excel. I'm not filing this to the database. Okay. And after user input this, there's a little summary view the user can print out, and so they can see by month how much they spend, what's the total, and it breaks down different categories. And then there's another section here. This is a regular control flex view here, and it has a link to this particular section. So the intent is user fill out the detail, and they can see the summary, and eventually it mapped into account control GL account in the model and file back to the database. Okay, and of course there's a list selection here. They can select a different different departments. Okay. Next, I'm going to show you how to create this particular report from the scratch. So first, let me open this particular report. This is currently an Excel version, so there's no control flex formula and anything. It's just the current Excel workbook they send out to the user. Okay. So it has all the formulas, formattings, and the matrix table. Okay, so I'm going to basically put the flexo here so it can file back to the database. I'm going to make this link to a control data source table, and then so the control can store the detail as well. Okay. So first, I'm not going to show that. I already create a view, which is a standard control view. So I'm going to paste here. And also I create a standard data source view, which I'm going to copy and paste to here. Okay. So first of all, let me open the regular control view. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the flex. So this is a view, and as you can see, it has the page here for different department. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy flex and paste to here. So now I have a control here. And now I can save the view. So you don't get this option to the save, and you have a save. And I'm going to get travel. I'm going to put a version 15. Okay. So now I have I put a control flex view in the top of the my Excel report. So let me close this. open it. Turbo 16. Currently, when you do a save, copy from a flex view into a non-flex view and the save will automatically save on the user. I'm going to promote that to all users. And then I'm going to delete my own user scope. So this one will available to everyone. Now I'm going to open again. Next step, I'm going to add the flex view of a list selection, so my view can drive by this on the department. So I'm going to the flex pane. I go to the data, go to the list selection. Okay, and I'm going to select the view dimension branch. And I'm going to select the departments. And now I do apply. So now this one is created. Okay. So now I'm going to link this view to this list selection. So I'm going to highlight the area, go to the flex. Oh. There's a little issue here. It's going to be fixed. Right now, it's still B3. I really want to start with the C6. So let me reselect again. So now it's a C6. And it's for my department. Currently, it's derived from the page. I want to be indirect. And I'm going to reference here. I do a F4. And do OK, and I apply. Okay. Yeah. So if I select that's not the one I have, I like the admin. Now I'm getting the data from the database. Okay. So my next one is I need to change the time. Right now, because I copy paste over, it's the months are hard coded. So I really want this one to be, once again, it's still keep going to the B3. So let me go to this here, do this one more time. C5, good. See the member here is hard coded. I want it to be branch relative. So when the views change, the months over here will change as well. Okay, now I'm going to save this view. So my next task is going to convert this to a flex table. So I already have a data source view created. So I'm going to open that view so I can copy that over. The first 5th column, so I'm going to do that and I do a copy flex. I'm going to here and I'm going to copy over here. Okay, so now this one become a link to the with the flex formula. And I'm going to copy, this is a non-flex column, so I'm just copy over. And then I'm going to copy the last 2 columns, copy flex. Okay, so now I have my, I copy the flex ID from my data source view. And my next step is going to convert this into a flex table. See, and I will do a flex table with review because I want to be, when I add and delete rows, and I want to be only delete from the table. If I delete from the whole row, and then my table here, a little Excel matrix on the right-hand side will get deleted as well. Next is I'm going to link this one to the, because right now For my data source view, I also has a page dimension which referring to the department. Now I need to link that to the list selection. So I click here and go to my flex table. Okay. Make sure it is B24, and my department, as you can see, is hard coded. I want to do indirect, and come to here, and we'll do the F4. So, okay, and then and then I have to do the last two rows, two columns. So L24, make sure I have L24, and I do indirect, and I click on here, I do the F4, and okay, make sure I apply it. Now I can I already linked now I go to here, the table changed, and I can save. Okay, so that's pretty much I built this one in its flex view containing a regular flex view plus a updatable flex table, and the next things I'm going to I'm not going to show here, but in order to finish this, I need there's a sum if here because now and have a range of 1,000. You can actually use Excel table special syntax for sum if. So this one can automatically adjust how many rows. And the other one is I need to come to here and put the Excel formula and the link to here. And the very last, don't forget, if you want to send out this after you complete, make sure go to the protection, do the data entry. So user won't be accidentally delete the flex formula you created. Okay, that's it. Thank you.